Laser-focused and confrontational, Pusha T's third solo album, Daytona, reestablished the early 2000s legend as a singular voice in hip-hop. The mature work of a veteran rapper, Pusha crafted Daytona during marathon sessions in Wyoming with executive producer Kanye West, who also delivers one of the album's 2 guest verses. Spare, serrated, and with a running length just over 21 minutes, it's the kind of release that begs to be played on repeat. Rivaling his earlier work with his brother No Malice as one half of the now-defunct Clipse, Daytona signals the start of an uncompromising new era for the 41-year-old rapper born Terrence Thornton.
If you know, you know.
Pusha opens with If You Know, You Know, which is equal parts threat and celebration, and earmarks the album as a mission statement for this new phase of Pusha's career. Pusha has always excelled at revealing just enough detail to keep the listener intrigued, here making oblique nods to trapdoors, tennis balls, and other arcane knowledge that one would only learn on a need-to-know basis.
Bricklayers in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know.
Kanye's beat is bright and pulsing, making the song's chorus the most exultant point on an album that otherwise favors minor keys and sober self-reflection.
Trapdoor supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know.
The Games We Play channels Jay-Z, the archetype for Pusha's rapper-turned-hustler persona, and even quotes from Politics as Usual, the second song on Jay's 1996 debut, Reasonable Doubt.
Ain't no stopping the champagne from popping the draws, from dropping the laws, from...
With Daytona, Pusha tries and succeeds to move into the wise veteran role that Jay has inhabited for years. Games is typical of Daytona's sound. Over the course of his career, Pusha has often rapped through chaotic, maximalist beats. But on Daytona, Pusha shines on minimal tracks, like Kanye's Uncluttered beat, which could be heard as an update to the more spacious end of Clipse work with the production team, the Neptunes. As for that Kanye feature, What Would Meek Do finds Pusha trading verses with his executive producer, each of them responding to criticisms live by fans and detractors alike. Since the first time collaborating on Mick Boogie's 2005 mixtape Second Semester, Kanye and Pusha have become a dynamic duo, influencing the sound of Dark Twisted Fantasy and many of the good music releases since. The title, What Would Meek Do, comes from Pusha's verse, where he references the unfair treatment Meek Mill received from police and courts in his native Philadelphia.
Angel on my shoulder, what should we do? Devil on the other, what would Meek do? Papa Willie tell the judge to Acanelli.
Kanye's verse, perhaps more notoriously, is an attempt to make sense of his much-publicized declaration of support for Donald Trump.
If you ain't driving while black, do they stop you? Well, Maca hats let me slide like a drive-through.
Rapping about his presidentially autographed Make America Great Again hat, West suggests it reverses or at least complicates the assumption that others make about him based on the color of his skin.
How do you respond? Whoop, scoop, whoop.
But the song on Daytona that stirred up the most controversy was the closing track, Infrared. With bad blood between Clipse and Lil Wayne's Cash Money label going back to the 2000s, Wayne and Pusha have long traded diss tracks, and more recently, Pusha and Cash Money star Drake have sent more subliminal shots at one another. But Infrared goes forward, making no secret of its target, calling out Drake for using ghostwriters.
How could you ever right these wrongs when you don't even write your songs?
Released on Daytona in May 2018, within 24 hours, it would spark Drake's response. Duppy Freestyle.
Tell Ye we got an invoice coming to you, considering that we just sold another 20 for you.
And a few days later, Pusha's own Scorched Earth, The Story of Adidon, itself one of the most talked about rap singles of the summer.
Don't look alive, the M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why your music for the...
Infrared makes a fitting end to Daytona, kicking off a summer of beefs and sliding naturally into the expanding Pusha T universe. Between Pusha reopening the Cash Money wounds and Kanye's Trump verse, Daytona couldn't be more 2018 if it tried. Channeling a dark national vibe through twisted production and mercenary brilliance, Pusha T's America is grimy as ever.
If we go by connections made, I can still climb ladders when complexions fade. Yeah. White on white, that's the tester. Black on black, that's the Tesla. See these diamonds in this watch face? All that shit came from pressure. They don't miss you till you gone with the wind.